Hey guys, what's up? It's Sachika. Welcome to my channel where I do art, student, and lifestyle videos. So if you're interested in any of that, head down below and subscribe. I hope you'll have an amazing day and let's get into it. Actually, I wasn't planning on actually filming a video this week. See, the whole plan was that my flight was supposed to be on Monday back to London. It was the 6th. But I don't still have my visa yet, and I literally finished everything, like my appointment and stuff, on the 11th of August. So, and they're taking so long to give me my visa. It's so annoying, and I literally, it's such a huge like stress factor on my head right now that it's just. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's been a few weeks since I filmed this, and I just haven't been in the right frame of mind to sit and edit and post this video. So here we are, a couple of weeks later after I filmed this. I think it's been 3 weeks since I filmed this video, and now I am posting it at least 2 weeks. And I'm really sorry about that, guys, but it is the way it is. And yeah. Last week I was supposed to be packing, and this week I was supposed to be unpacking. So I actually had planned that 2 weeks I would not be posting a video, but because of all this visa mess, my flight, I've pushed it to next week Monday, which is the 13th. I'm really hoping everything goes through by then, because I absolutely have to be in London by the 17th because uni starts on the 27th, and I need to quarantine for 10 days because I'm not double vaccinated. So that's an update on my life. Another thing is, I'm actually loving cream makeup recently. I'm a very, like, my skin type is very oily, and so I always thought cream makeup would like make me just look oilier and dewier and whatnot, but I am actually loving it. And I bought a few things for my birthday, and I'm testing it out, trying them out, and they're so good that I'm just like, wow, that's really good. This is actually not related to today's video at all. But I want to give you guys a little like chatty something. You guys do come to my videos for me too, so there you go. I actually haven't used this lipstick in a long time, and I feel like it's like it matches my skin tone perfectly. So like I could even use it as foundation. No, I couldn't. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so today's video is actually about my portfolio that I used to apply for my bachelor's, which the portfolio video that I did last year blew up like you would not believe. It's had like some 6K, 5K views right now, and like it's like the highest viewed video on my channel, and it just doesn't slow down. And I was like, wow, okay then. Well, this is kind of an updated version of that because I did have to apply for a second time to get into my bachelor's. So I thought I would do this video and show you guys my final portfolio from the IISF course. This is gonna be the last video for IISF, for, I would say, just a portfolio in general, unless I then 4 years down the line decide to do a master's and then have to create a portfolio for that. But I would say this will probably be one of the last portfolio videos for a while at least. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna just move over because I'm gonna put the pictures over here. I just wanted to interrupt once again to say that my entire portfolio is entirely original and completely my own. I'm only putting this up here kind of like a marker for this is what the entire year of my foundation year came to, if you guys are looking into the foundation course at LCF. And also, it's not going to help you to copy my portfolio. There are ways for them to check for plagiarism and all that, and at the end of it, it's just gonna blacklist you as a student, which is really, in my opinion, quite stupid to do. So yeah. So something I actually want to explain to you guys is that the way that our portfolio was 20 PDF pages, and basically our entire third term was just making our portfolio, which it wasn't a long term actually. It was like just a little bit more than a month long. So, I mean, it wasn't too monotonous or anything, if that's what you guys are. But we basically spent the entire third term making our portfolio, and I was in the design pathway. So obviously I have a design portfolio for the fashion design and development bachelor's course. Basically, we started with research. We were given the topic of a building. So you could pick any building in the world and you had to do research on that building. And then it didn't just have to be the building, it could be anything about the building, the place where it is, the people who inhabit it, the person who built it, the person who designed it, the architect or whatever, the culture of the place, the culture of the people living in it, anything related to the building is open. So I did something called Chittor Fort, which is a fort in Rajasthan, India, which is mostly like broken down. It's known for one of its queens, Rani Padmini. I don't know if you guys, any of you are from, I'm sure there are a few of you from India, but basically it's known for Rani Padmini, and she did Johar over there and whatnot. So there's a whole like rich history behind the building. If you guys are interested, you can look it up. But basically that's the fort that I picked. Half the reason I picked it was because it's completely broken down. There are very few structures that are still standing over there. I think the fort was built in like 7th century AD or something like that. So, I mean 7th century, not 17th century. So like literally 700 something is when it was built for someone. And so, yeah, so it's quite old. So basically the entire fort is practically broken. There are maybe like a few temples and a few like pillars that are standing, which makes everything so interesting because like none of the rooms have a roof. The walls are like half broken here and there. The steps are broken, so you can't even go to some places. Of course, there's the whole history of the people who lived there too, the Rajput kings, the wars that they had. There were 3 Johars done in that one fort alone, which is kind of insane. And the way it changed hands from ruler to ruler to ruler, and how eventually it came to be not inhabited at all, which is I think in the 1500s, if I'm not wrong, 15 or 1600s I think. So the first sort of bit of our portfolio was research, and after we did this research in class, we sat and we picked structures and things that like pictures that we had collected for our research, and we kind of made like dress collages out of them. So like we put them in different ways on mannequins, but we did this digitally in Photoshop, and we put them on mannequins and stuff, and we kind of created the wave structure of dresses, right? And then after we created the structures for dresses and whatnot, we had to obviously sketch it. So we did that. That's what I did. I made a bunch of rough sketches, like so many, like all over the place. I made some like very, very, very straight edged structured things, you know, because of the bricks and the steps and stuff. Then I converted those into more loose flowing, more my style of design, clothes kind of situation. Then, of course, came the final thing, which is what is your collection. So we actually had to create I think 10 to 15 piece collection, if I'm not wrong. Actually, it could be as many pieces as you want, as many outfits as you want. I think the minimum he said we had to do, our teacher said that we had to do was 8, and I think the maximum that we could do was maybe 12. I did 10 outfits. I think that's a pretty good number to land on when your limit is 8 and 10. Sorry, when your limit is 8 and 12. So it's the exact middle number out of that. And of course we had to create our own heads and stuff. But then you obviously had the process of designing that led up to your final collection. So what I did was, for each outfit I created a separate page in my portfolio, which had the whole process from what was the initial collage. I had like we had to make like 15 collages. So out of that, I had to convert it to 10 outfits. So sometimes per outfit, there were 2 collages that I had sort of combined and used the designs together of. So it was your collage, then your rough sketches, and then finally developing it to what you landed on. That's what I did in 10 pages of my portfolio. Then of course you had experiments that you did for color palette, what is the fabric you envision all these outfits and garments to be made of, and what you think is a good way to go. And so we had to create a mood board, fabric board, all of that. And then the last 2 or 3 pages has to be your collection. And yeah, that's about it, I would say. I think something to explain my collection is I tried to make the dresses in layers, because the people who live in Rajasthan dress in layers, even though it's a desert and it's really hot over there. But they wear all these, like, they have at least 2 layers on their body at any point in time, and so I decided to kind of pay homage to that and create most of my collection in 2 layers. At the same time, I wanted to kind of keep it androgynous, just so that it could be worn by men and women, no matter which outfit they picked. It could all definitely be mixed and matched. The layers could be mixed together, whatever. I also tried to make it as modern as possible. My muse, and then I gave my outfits a sort of hood situation, which I don't know how many of you guys, but basically, if you're Indian, you know it's like a ghungat, basically. So I decided to do that as the second layer. As part of the second layer, each of them has a hood, which is always fun. So, it's the little things that count. I mainly did my fun collection in paint, poster paint, and the color pencil. I think that's everything. If I miss something while I'm editing, I'll insert clips. But yeah, I just want to make sort of an updated portfolio video for you guys, just so that you know what's going on. I wish I told you guys that I had to reapply for my bachelor. So I reapplied. Obviously, I needed a fresh new portfolio, and obviously that is what the foundation course is for. Helps you get into your bachelor's, which is awesome. So this is what we did. This is what I did for my portfolio, and obviously I was successful. I got into FTD. That's what I'm going back to London for this year. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna move back. Center frame. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, head down below and subscribe and leave a like on the video. Let me know if you're an art student and this is what you thought. I don't know how to explain it in my question. Okay, well, let me know if this helped you in any way for your portfolio for LCF. If you guys are considering applying to LCF and it helped to hear from a student. Yeah, I still get a lot of questions from my old portfolio video that really I probably would have addressed in some video or the other. So maybe check out my playlists. I will link them up in the information thing as well as down below if you need it. And that's it. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, and bye.